Hey guys, this is William, and this is going to be a Let's Play Agricola. Sorry, trying to change that habit. This is William, wsefranc. I'm playing with HeartOfDankness, TetStyle, and LoloTheBunny. Um, so looking at my first pile, uh, the first pick is very easy. The best card by far is Farm Steward. Why is Farm Steward good? Because he oh, I've got a fan in chat. Um, because he lets you stay on 3 rooms but still get a fourth person before round 12. So he's really good. Yeah, Farm Steward. So with Farm Steward, I'm going to be looking to do a 3-room house. Then Reno, after I've got my third person, play Farm Steward and get my fourth person. Okay, so in this pile, there's Wood Collector, Guildmaster. Those are probably the best 2 cards. Unicycle Driver is really interesting. I'm not sure where he fits in yet. Racing Stable Manager goes well if he can combo with something. I don't really remember my last hand all that much. I guess the Cabinet Maker was in it, so Cabinet Maker goes with Guildmaster somewhat, but mm, eating wood is not usually the best thing. So I could take Guildmaster here and hope to get a bunch of major improvements. Um, or I could take Wood Collector. Wood Collector is probably overall, I would say, the more solid pick, especially if I don't get any more support for Guildmaster. Um, yeah. Street Musician's interesting if I know there are other cards out, but I think I'm going to take Wood Collector here. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, there's Social Climber, so I really wish I had taken Guildmaster. Um, Church Warden and Reeve. I'm not going to play for Reeve, but I will play for Church Warden actually. Because I'll get 4 people. I could potentially do 4 rooms and then Farm Steward for the 5th, but I'll do 4 people and then hope for one of the family grows without minors. And then there's Reeve, which is interesting if I'm going to play a lot of occupations, but my first pile was pretty poor, so I think I'm probably not going to go for the Reeve bonus. Um, so definitely taking a 4 wood here would be really nice. Um, but I think I'm going to pass. I want to take Social Climber a lot, but yeah, it's not going to get back around to me, not with that Guildmaster out. Because I think I'm going to be renovating probably first. Um, one of the 4 wood ox would be nice, but I do have Wood Collector that does basically the same thing, except it doesn't put a bunch of points out there. Master Builder is going to be really good for someone who's building a big house. Clay Mixer is probably the best card in this pile, unless I'm going to do a minimalist game, but I'm not going to do a minimalist game. Yeah, I'm going to take Clay Mixer. That way, if I want to, I could build rooms. I could build clay rooms with the clay mixer. So there's the cabinet maker back. Harvest Helper, if you know that people are going to go for early grain fields, Harvest Helper can be nice. Get you a bunch of grain. Um, and takes it away from your opponent. Tavern Keeper is good if you know that you're going to have room in your house, but I'm not going to because Farm Steward is the opposite of that. You cram more family members in. I'm not going to play a Cowboy and Mother game. Yeah. No, there are not enough reasons to. So I'm going to take the Cabinet Maker just to block it from the Guildmaster. So here I'm going to take unicycle driver, I think. I could take clay firer with the clay mixer, but I have social climber giving me stones, so I don't think I will. So I'm going to play unicycle driver. So my plan so far, play wood collector in round 1 or 2, play clay mixer round 1 or 2, depending on how things are looking. Um, then I'll build a room and grow, hopefully sometime in stage 2. And then also in the process of growing in stage 2, play my social climber, um, and then renovate and get, say, the well, for example, or one of the, like probably pottery. Pottery was good with the clay mixer. And then play farm steward and grow for my second time. Now, Humble Farm Boy, you would think you don't want to play for the bonus, but I know that Reeve is out there, so people are going to be playing a lot of occupations. So, and usually the person who gets the Humble Farm Boy bonus isn't a threat to win because they haven't played a lot of improvements. You usually need to play improvements to win. So, there is the minimalist out there, and that does make this dangerous in terms of the minimalist could get 12 points with if I play Humble Farm Boy. So I'll have to think about that if I'm gonna play it or not. We'll see. But I'm more likely to play it than Musketeer. Okay, so with Reeve out, writing desk is uh, would be really nice. Um, Otherwise, the best cards in here. Ceramics would be good for me because I do want to get the pottery. So I could renovate to clay, play stone oven, for example, with my social climber, and then on family growth get pottery, which would be very nice. Uh, Chicken coop's interesting, especially with clay mixer. If I have a lot of extra clay, I can play chicken coop. Um, those two are good. Writing desk and cash crop. I think I'm gonna take fish trap though, just because going on Reedstone food. I'm gonna go want to go on Reedstone food a lot early, I think. Plus, fish trap goes nicely with things like unicycle driver. You know, just anything that improves your action spaces with unicycle driver is good. And then I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll definitely get one of these 4 cards back and be happy about it. Probably ceramics, I would guess. Okay. Um, Now, I really like Sleeping Corner. I think it's a very interesting card, especially with Church Warden out there. Ooh, that's a good point. Church Warden, it'll basically guarantee that I get Church Warden bonus because with Farm Steward and then 1 growth with Sleeping Corner, that'll get me on my family growth without, and everybody else should be competing for it. Now, I think Sleeping Corner would probably make it back to me. Um, Actually, so Camembert is good, Lettuce Patch is good, and then Strawberry Patch is situational. It might come back around. You know, Baker's, same thing with the ovens, the Baker's oven and the Bakehouse. You know, there's a chance that they both come back to me. So, but I think I'm going to take the Sleeping Corner. As much as I would like, these two cards are better. The Sleeping Corner in this draft, in this game, is going to be good. Moldboard plow is a pretty weak plow in general, but it goes up in value a bit with the sleeping corner because I can get, my 2 fields planted in order to get the sleeping corner bonus. I do have fish traps, so going on fishing with Swimming Studio becomes a bit better. Even if I never use the conversion, just having the option to be able to do it would be pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Swimming Studio. Plus, with Fish Trap, I have a little bit more incentive to take Reed, which makes, the cost for Swimming Studio um, not as bad. Okay, so now I could go all in on the fishing action space and take Canoe, or I could get Punter. Punter is a great card. Kids Corner is not bad either, actually, but for me, it's between these two. It's Canoe or Punter. Um, I know there's how many plows are in the game. I know there's one plow, and that plow might not even get used, and I might want to draft it myself. So Punter is a really strong card sometimes. So I think I'm going to take Canoe, and I'll just have a little bonus on fishing. I'll get 2 extra food and a reed and have the option to convert a wood. So that's pretty good. A wood into 3 food, I should say. So my plan's still pretty much the same. Oh, excuse me. I'll have to make a note to myself to edit that. Sorry. Mute the YouTube video. Okay, sorry about that. Um, okay, what did I get back here? I got ceramics back. Crop is also a good card. Um, I think Cash Crop fulfills the prereqs for Sleeping Corner as well, which makes it even doubly interesting. But I don't have a good way to get grain early on in the game, so as much as I would like to, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to take ceramics. I could also do worm bait and then make a road between plowing and take a grain, for example, and then I want to go on fishing anyway, so worm bait should be pretty useful. But I think I'm going to go for this play. So I'm going to try to renovate before a family growth. When I renovate, I get clay oven, and then my family growth, I play ceramics and then pottery. That'll be my goal. Yeah, worm bait or cash crop would actually be pretty good in this situation too. Hmm. Worm bait, especially because of my fishing cards. But I don't really want to have to plow a lot early. I don't have really, really good use. Oh, and man, I'm super happy right now. So Bakehouse got taken. That's really strange from this pile, because this pile had Bakehouse, and Lettuce Patch got left, and Lettuce Patch is a great card. Um, it's a free point for three, and also you have the option to sow vegetable on it. And even if you can't eat them, it gives you a way to eat them, which is nice. So it's interesting that Bakehouse got taken. I have to be aware of that. And at the end here, basket, watering can, Badger. I'll take Badger. I'm not going to play it, I don't think. So Okay, so if I'm in seat 1 or 2, looks like I'm in seat 2. So if I get Reedstone Food, I'm happy. If I get 1 Ock, I'm going to play Wood Collector, and then I'll use that 1 wood in round 2 to play Fish Trap, and then I'll go for 2 Reed or Reedstone Food. Um, I'll also try to play Clay Mixer early, Social Climber, depending, Humble Farm Boy if they beg me to do that. Like if it's a wood starved game or I need like 4 wood for whatever reason. But don't think I'll play Humble Farm Boy. So I got Raidstone Food at the start, and then we have Heart of Dankness take 3 wood instead of an occupation. So it looks like I'm starting player, but that's just because these guys' names are too long, so it doesn't fit on my screen. So if I zoom out, it'll show the names properly all in a line. All right, so we have Engineer out. So he definitely took the Guildmaster, I would say. If he had because I never saw Engineer, so that means he took Engineer before the Guildmaster. So yeah, he definitely has Guildmaster. So I'm glad I took the Cabinet Maker away from him. I'm gonna hope for the Pottery in order to deny him. Deny him all 3, because you definitely don't want him getting all 3 factories or guilds. So you got, I'm going to be last next round, but that's okay because I can play an occupation and then, or take wood and then grow my thing. Also, grain elevator actually would have been good for me because I said I don't have a way to get 2 grain early. Well, there's a good way to get 2 grain early. So I'm guessing we're going to see Heart of Dankness is the one that took the bakehouse, I think. Although with the field plow there, ooh, maybe TetStyle did. So probably, hopefully these two are going to compete for baking improvements. And then if I could steal one of the ovens from them, that would just be amazing. If I don't get an oven too, that's not such a big deal. Yeah, TetStyle had the social climber in his pack too, so he probably took engineer, guildmaster, was hoping for social climber back. So kind of glad that I took that away from him. Okay, so it's looking like I'm going to get 3 wood or cheap ock. And I think if I have the choice, I'll do 3 wood and then I can starting player with my fish trap. And then go on Reedstone Food. Other things that I'm keeping aware of right now, I've got 2 clay and nobody else has clay, so I have access to the first fireplace if I want it. If sheep comes out in round 3, definitely I'm going to protect the fireplace, but if it doesn't, I might not actually. Cat lover, that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to take 3 wood. So with that cat lover play, he will probably steal sheep because he'll want to have 1 on his farmyard to justify the cat lover play. So I need to be aware of that if I have the first fireplace that he is likely to steal. There's the church warden coming out. So I'm really glad I saw that in the draft because it let me plan my game around it. So I took Sleeping Corner earlier, and so Sleeping Corner and Farm Steward, that's gonna get me my 4th and 5th growth. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. And usually in a church warden game, family growth without room is super contested here, so people will starting player and like do bad actions in order to guarantee it. And I won't have to do that. So that means I'm more likely to get plow sow, 2 cattle, so Any time that you can plan your game in such a way that you won't be conflicting with what your opponents want to do, you're really happy about that. So I still haven't got my wood collector out, so that's kind of annoying. I could have played it, but I want to be able to starting player here because I don't think Bunny is going to. Yeah, and sure enough, he didn't. So I'm going to play Fish Trap. I am definitely going to read Stone Food and get an extra food. And then second action, probably Wood Collector. Yeah, could take the fireplace as well, because probably 4 clay will get taken on the first go around. So if cheap occupation's available, probably Wood Collector, or otherwise, if it's not available and 4 clay's been taken, then I'll probably play the fireplace. So HeartOfDankness looking like he's setting himself up for the first room. So that's actually not good for me. I don't want him to build first because then I would be fourth in the growth queue. But in order for him to do that, he's going to have to starting player next round and take 2 read or else get a read stone food action. So I could play Humble Farm Boy too if it's available to me, and then I would get the first build. Yeah, I actually might do that. So he's going to play an occupation. Okay, so I am not going to go for the fireplace anymore because he's just going to steal them. So that's actually good because it makes my decisions a lot easier. So I'm going to play Humble Farm Boy. And that's going to get me 4 wood. And then I'm going to have enough wood in order to build the first room. No matter what HeartOfDankness does. Yeah. So even though I might be giving points to my opponents at the end of the game with Humble Farm Boy, the opponent I give points to is probably not going to be the one who's winning. And yeah, that's the main reason that I don't feel bad about doing it. And it's basically it's a 4 wood action, which is going to guarantee me the first growth. So I'm happy about that. Actually, I shouldn't say guarantee me because he's going to get 2 wood. He'll have 5 wood. He could take 1 sheep. No, he won't be able to. TetStyle or LoloTheBunny will not. I'm just going to call him Lolo. I guess Lolo, yeah. So TetStyle grabbed the first fireplace, and that is absolutely fine because he's going to be competing with this guy in order to get it. And I got plenty of food, so I don't need to worry about getting the food. So my plan for the next round, probably build a room, and then if it's still available, fishing. I could play wood collector or clay mixer if it's occupation's available, but probably if fishing's available, I'm going to go for that instead. Also, another wood grab would be good in order to make sure I have plenty of wood to play my canoe. I'm going to need a clay grab at some point as well. Yeah, so he basically just did a play in order to try to get first room, which he's not going to be able to build. So I'm happy about that. Just as long as he didn't do something like draft keys or heiress, then I'm really happy. Or then I'm not really happy, but I'm fine. It kind of sucks having to build the room with my first action, but I'll survive. So I build the first room in order to most likely, secure myself the first family growth. So that's good. Um, I just need a minute. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it is still my turn, so that's awesome. Um, or it's still not my turn yet, so I haven't made them wait. So just looking at what happened, yeah, so TetStyle played Flower Pots with starting player in order to get himself the second growth, or the second room, so that's fine. Other players competing for um, growing makes me happy. We have Lolo taking the 2 sheep in order to be able to build rooms for 0 read cost. So one problem that I'm looking at now, I have 2 options. 3 wood or 4 food. 4 food is nice. 3 wood will grow to 6 wood, and then he's going to take it. And if I need to starting player with my first action next round, then I'm going to want to play... I can't even play canoe. So if I have the starting player next round, I don't have anything that I'm going to want to play. So that's a problem for me, unless I do wood collector right now. So I could do that. I could play wood collector, then I'm going to have 2 occupations, and then that'll give me enough to play my canoe. But that's a pretty weak play when there's 4 food and 6 wood available. So I could take 3 wood now and then not play a miner when I have the starting player. But I would prefer to play a miner if I can. Yeah, so I think I'll do the wood collector play. He's going to build first with his first action, so that means that I'm going to have to pass up on traveling players and 6 wood, whichever Lalo leaves, which really sucks. But I think overall this is going to be the best play for me. It's going to leave really good plays for my opponents, which sucks, but I think this will be the best action for me. So I hate leaving these 2 really great actions, but oh well. So actually not getting enough occupations out, not prioritizing it enough earlier on, came back to bite me in the butt. So I kind of regret that. So if it comes down to it and family growth is last, I'm going to need to play 3 miners next round. So canoe, I'll need to take reed once in order to for swimming studio. I mean, I could take it with my canoe after I do it, but and then maybe lettuce patch would probably be the third. Probably not going to play Badger even if I have nothing else to do, just because it gives your opponents clay, unless you're really smart about using it. So we're going to see Lolo. I mean, I would love it if he could take starting player, but he shouldn't. He should take the 6 wood. Yes. What's he doing? Yes, I'm going to have to starting player. Get rid of that, and get rid of that. And play canoe. So I wonder if Lolo is trying to play a minimalist game because he hasn't played an improvement yet. That'll become obvious, I guess, when he does his first starting player into family growth. Now, if I want to block Heart of Dankness, I could take grain just to block him, because he's going to get 5 grain if he uses it this round with his second action. So the question is that worth blocking? I don't know. It's hard to say. He might be fourth to grow, so if that happens, then I definitely don't want to block him because he's in a tough spot already. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have to, with my first action, play a minor improvement. So I kind of stuck myself here. I could pass on playing a minor improvement, or I could take a reed right now in order to play Swimming Studio. So if I'm going to do that, then I would go on fishing for 2 food and a reed. Or I could take 3 wood or 4 clay. So this is a really weak play. 2 food and a reed, but I think I have to do it. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, and I have plus F. With fish trap. Okay, so 3 food and a reed. Not so bad. Okay, so I'm happy about that. There's Heart of Dankness take for 5 grain. That's not surprising. So I want to be looking towards a big clay take at some point. If I could get 4, that would be amazing. Jeez, no family growth until the last round. That really sucks for me, and is really good for Heart of Dankness, because I'm keeping second growth available to him. So what am I going to want to do with my second action? could play an occupation in order to play lettuce patch next round. So if I was going to play an occupation, it would probably be social climber. Could be clay mixer. Actually, could be unicycle driver. Unicycle driver would be interesting to... I could make a road from fishing to something else. Yeah, and then that would make my fishing action stronger. Like fishing to day labor, for example, and then it would be like an extra 2 food on that spot. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Or I could also build a road between like reed and clay, and then take reed and then hopefully jump onto clay. And then connect fishing as well, and then I'd have like a couple options. So that wouldn't be so bad. I could do that. Um, I do want to, I think I want to keep my 2 stone though, because then if engineer play, or if TetStyle plays his guildmaster, then I can steal pottery from him. Because I think I want to guarantee myself the pottery. Or else the reed, the basket maker's workshop, that wouldn't be so bad. And have a road between these 2 spots. That would be interesting. I also probably want to get a road here too. Plow and grain. So maybe I should do that. If I don't play a miner, it won't be the worst thing in the world. But I would prefer to play a miner. So, yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna need 3 food. I'm gonna need a 3 food take if I do this. So, going on fishing would be 3 food, but I have a feeling that one of these guys might block it from me. He's hungry, although actually he'll probably play cooking hearth, I think, in order to eat his sheep. He's got enough food. He's hungry as well, but he's gonna have to starting player in order to get some food. He's gonna starting player, so fishing should come back. Yes, I think it will. Unless these guys really want to block me, which is always possible. So again, there's going to be a chance at 6 woods available, which always hate on passing 6 wood. But sometimes that's just the way it is. So actually Heart of Dankness is going to starting player, and then he's going to have an action, and he's going to have an action. Hopefully he takes 6 wood. So hopefully 6 wood's available in order to keep him away from fishing. I mean, fishing will only have 2 food on it, so it'd be a block for them, but it wouldn't be that beneficial to them. So, maybe. Hard to know what he'll do. Depends on these 2 actions, I guess. If the 3 wood's still available. There you go. Okay, there's sheep, so he won't need the food, hopefully. And what are you going to do? I hope he plays a cooking hearth. Because then if he plays a cooking hearth, then TetStyle will, yeah. I could build a road between Reedstone Food and traveling players. That wouldn't be so bad. Traveling players not likely to be taken. I shouldn't have made myself so vulnerable. That was a big mistake. I should not have done that. I could use Badger in order to get myself out of it. Put Badger on day labor, for example. Okay, so what did he do with his... He took the wood. So he needs a whole bunch of food, so I hope that he's going to play Cooking Hearth. He doesn't need any food. He's going to starting player. So I know he's going to starting player, so the question is, what are these two guys going to do, and are they going to block me? So I get a wood. So I think I'm gonna, if I build a road between Reedstone Food and traveling players, then that gives me flexibility because I have two actions available to me that'll give me all the food that I need. Yeah. I am gonna family growth and I'll play the lettuce patch. So it is possible that they block both of mine, but I mean that would be pretty nasty if they did. That would be really nasty. Especially considering he needs to build a cooking hearth or a fireplace. He's gonna starting player. Yeah. Really want a road between fishing and 3 reed and reed. Hmm. The thing about building too many roads is it hurts your yeah, so I'm pretty sure he did that just to block me, but that's okay, because I can do FFR, and then I'm going to convert a wood. There's the Reeve, probably in order to let him play writing desk. Yeah, I would guess. Now he needs a bunch of food. Oh, he only needs 2 food. Yeah, so I knew he was going to get a cooking hearth. So build a road between plow a field and take 1 grain so that I can plow a field and then hopefully at the end of the round jump to take a grain. So overall, how am I feeling right now? Um, okay. I want to take... Holy crap, there's going to be 6 wood available. There's going to be 6 clay available. Um, So I'm gonna want to reno soon with the clay oven. Yes. Reno clay oven. And then I'm gonna, but I'm, yeah, no, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I want to do that. I want a reno clay oven so that after he grows, I can grow next with my farm steward. So he took 6 wood. That's not surprising. So I'm going to take 6 clay, and I get a wood. Yeah. So I'm hoping that my next 2 actions, I'll probably plow a field and reno. That'll be my next 2 things to do. And then next round, one of my actions is going to be fishing, or else probably not redstone food to TP, probably fishing. And will I build any more roads? I could build a road here and then here to connect them all, but that's not very good. Actually, building a road to occupation is not a bad idea considering... Uh, oh, am I going to play social climber? I have to decide on that. Social climber, clay mixer, cabinet maker. Do I want to play those? I think the answer is going to be no, because I'm going to want to reno this round in order to make sure. Actually, I don't have to reno this round. If 4 wood's available, I should take 4 wood. Yeah, maybe I won't. He is definitely gonna get a clay oven next round. So blocking his clay oven would be really nice. Would be nasty, but it would be really nice. Uh, I could leave the 4 wood because it'll become 6 wood and then get 6 wood next round. So maybe I should do that. I could even social climb and then reno clay oven or reno well. Which do I want more? I want the clay oven in order to get pottery. Yeah, I definitely want an oven. And then I can still build the well if it's available. Yeah. So if he doesn't starting player, he's going to lose out on growth to Heart of Dankness. So he's definitely get starting player. Or he should. So if he's starting players, then that means in this round I need the starting player. So I need to reno here. Yeah, so this should be fine. So I'm going to play Social Climber. And then I'm going to renovate and play Clay Oven. And get 3 stone. So if it's still available to me, I could play the well. Not first action, because I'm going to take 6 wood, but second action, maybe. I'm not going to play Clay Mixer, I'm not going to play Cabinet Maker, so I'm going to pass on Reeve, most likely. Um, Considering that, although I am in the lead for Reeve right now. I have 4 and everybody else has, the next leader has 3. Yeah, so maybe going for Reeve won't be so bad. Although the cards, like Clay Mixer and Cabinet Maker, are going to be dead cards. I'm definitely going to play Farm Steward, though. Oh, I'm going to need food. Forgot, this is a feeding. Gonna have to feed. But will I have last action? No. Heart of Dankness is going to have an action after me. So, should not count on getting the food with my last action. Otherwise, I would read Stone Food to traveling players because that would be really nice. Um, he needs food though, since I put him in a tough spot. So he might traveling players with his first action. Yeah, I put him in a tough spot by stealing his clay oven. He was really counting on that. I wasn't paying attention to see if he paid for his animals right. I should have done that. Hopefully the others were keeping an eye on him. Oh, there's Reedstone Food, so he's going to go for the stone oven. Okay, that's fine. He can renovate with it too. I guess what I could do is I could fish, get myself a reed, and then reno again, get well, and have 3 stone. Or then that would use all my stone. That wouldn't be so bad. And I am going to first action ceramics next turn. Yeah. I mean, I'm passing up on field in order to do that. Mm, yeah, he is almost certainly going to renovate, which means that I would not be able to. But then I can reno in the future. Yeah. So I get plus FFR, and then I can convert a wood into 3 food. So if he renovates, that's fine. I'll go plow, jump to sow. Otherwise, yeah. So I would imagine he went to renovate. Yes. Okay, that's fine. So I'll plow, jump to sow, I think. Oh, that means I'm going to leave 3 wood, or 6 wood. That's no good. Actually, he might take it in order to, because he'll think that I'm going to get it. Yeah, so that wouldn't be so bad. Okay, I'll plow. Right now, nobody can build. Oh, he can build pottery. He might build pottery, but he can't, and he can't, so that's good. What's he thinking about? He's thinking about sewing and baking. No, he's gonna block me. That's fine. Well, I guess it's not block me, it's guarantee himself lots of grain. So that's fine. Ah. So I feed 6. So I am gonna first action starting player. Yes. Which sucks leaving 6 wood available, but uh, I definitely want to get the growth. The growth will be worth missing out on 3 wood. So if well gets taken and I think someone's going to steal the pottery, I can reno and get pottery. Um, yeah, I think I will plan on renovating this round though, just to make sure that I get the maximum from social climber. Well, I guess I don't need to. This what seems like a really bad move that I took starting player when Heart of Dankness would have had to take starting player. So that I'm sure the other players right now are being like, "What the hell are you doing, William?" But they'll see. When I play the farm steward, it'll be obvious. So, do I think that the occupation spot is likely to be taken? Because I can start to gamble a bit here, because Major, Minor, and Reno is available. So I could Reno and play the well. Or I could go Major, Minor, play well, and then that would make sure that nobody can pottery before I family growth next turn. Interesting. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, the Major, Minor well would protect the pottery. I mean, actually the only person who can get pottery is this guy, so I don't need to do that. Okay. Yeah, so I can reno well. Okay, so long as he does not take um, occupation, yes, okay. So I'll go stone, play the well. So I have a lot of points in my cards, so I'm just gonna try to have like a reasonable farm. It won't be great, but just a reasonable farm is what I'm going for. So the only way that he could steal pottery is if he does 4 clay and then Major, Minor. And if he does that, fine. That's fine by me. Okay, he did not uh, Good, no one played occupation, so that's me being happy. So now I play an occupation, which is going to make them sad. And he is looking like he's going to take pottery. That's fine, I'll survive. Do I have a miner to play instead? Badger? I could play Badger. No, I'm not going to play Badger. I could put Badger on fishing, actually. But then it's 3 food for someone else. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Is he going to go major minor? I imagine he will. Yep, that's fine. So that's too bad that I don't get the pottery, but I'll live and I won't play a miner. So I have 5 occupations and the next highest is 3. So I think it actually will be worth it for me to fight a little for the Reeve bonus, unless I see a really good reason not to. Baker's oven. I could steal the stone oven. Could take 3 stone and then play it, but not gonna be worth it. I need to plow and get wood now. That's I've gotten lots of good occupations. I need to, well, what I need to do is I need to get my thing going. I need to get my sleeping corner really badly. So definitely I'm gonna go on plow. So overall, this game's gone pretty well for me. I'm not sure how strong I'll end up in terms of final score. I've got 7 wood, so I'm a little wood light. Hopefully I'll be able to fence in round 13. Just a minute. Okay, sorry, roommate's asking me if I want to come watch a movie. When I've done this game, I will. So, Lolo, what are you thinking about? Thinking about taking stone. So I only have 13 fences available to me because I used 2 for my unicycle. So probably I want to fence 6 and then 3. So hopefully I can get 5 fields. Should be able to if I prioritize it reasonably high the rest of the way. So he needs to, he's going to sow, I'm pretty sure, with his last action, not take grain. So that's fine, I should get a grain. What am I going to do for feeding? So with mine, oh, so I actually can't take 3 wood. Darn. Even though I want to. So I won't be able to feed. Good thing I remembered about the feeding. Oh man. So probably redstone food, or probably, actually I'll probably just fish again. Go fishing. So actually, if I had played my badger right, I would be able to get 3 wood. If I'd put badger on take a grain or plow. But then somebody else might have taken it, so hard to know what the right thing to do is. So I'll fish. And I get plus food, food, reed, and I can convert a wood, which I'm not going to. Oh, and I should add my guest in order to do my unicycle. So I'm a little light on wood, and the fact that I'm not going to get this 6 wood action hurts. And also the fact that I can't renovate and fence hurts me a little bit on my fencing too, because I'm going to have to compete for just the regular fence action. I don't have both available to me. But TetStyle having all his fences down is a good sign for me. I'm happy about that. If I have to, I don't know if I'd play. I'll probably, well, I definitely play one of them. The question is which one. I don't know. How many people saw Sleeping Corner? I think it was second pick, third pick. So HeartOfDankness doesn't know about it, but the rest of them do. How does he renovate? He doesn't have enough clay. Am I missing something? Oh, nice. Okay, he's gonna go and read stone food. So I need to get one more grain take, and then sow, and then my sleeping corner will be activated. So probably I'm going to starting player in round 13 and play sleeping corner, and then yeah. So he is thinking about starting player with this action. But if he does, then Lolo will family growth, and then next round he would have to grow and then family growth. So yeah, that's no good for him. So he should family growth. So it sucks having to go on grain because then I'm definitely not going to get to plow. Because there's no way that that plow gets around to me. I thought about... Oh, that's just him harvesting. So what should TetStyle do? I mean, he could starting player, but I think that would be a mistake with 2 cattle and plow sow available. Yeah. Would I plow sow if it was available? That's hard to say. I would probably 6 wood. I wonder if Lolo will starting player. He might. So I guess the other question for me is, how important is Church Warden? Do I want to somewhat destroy my game? So he did starting player. That's interesting. I think it might be a mistake, but I guess it makes sure that nobody gets, as far as he knows, that nobody gets Church Warden. I want that 6 wood. So it sucks passing plow sow, but that one move will save me 2 actions later. Yeah, because that's all the wood I need for the rest of the game now. Because I can fence 12 and then 1 goes to my sleeping corner. I can look at the scores at this point. What am I at? 14. And there's 17. And he's got a lot fewer unused spaces than I do. He's at 17. He's at 5. So actually, the 3 of us are all close. I'm in the lead for Reeve at the moment. And no one is looking like they're going to get the Church Warded bonus. So hopefully I surprise them when I get it. I would like that. Okay, so I have to think about this. So in order for me to get church warden bonus, I have to take a grain instead of plowing. When I could go the other way, I could plow and then take a grain. It's going to cost me a point in my fencing. Oh, this is hard. Do I want church warden? If I go for church warden, can I also keep my reeve? I don't know. What's he doing? One, two, three, four, five. He's now at 5, so he's tied with me. Oh, so this is the moment of truth. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it this way around. So if I'm going to play my sleeping corner, it's going to be second action in round 13. Which is possible. Starting player gets back to me. Actually, if there are no good actions, maybe I will take grain and then sow with these last two. I have to look at what else I would do instead. Well, what else would I do? I would fence. He is going to family growth. So what is he going to do? Is he going to plow sow? He might plow sow. In which case I would get plow that in that case. Oh man, I have 2 actions and everybody else is done. Yeah. So I'm going to fence 12. And I am going to Yeah, so I'm pretty annoyed with Lolo. This is why I don't like playing with new players, because he just told Heart of Dankness that I have Sleeping Corner. So that means starting player with Sleeping Corner is going to be an amazing thing for me, because it's going to let me get the Church Warden bonus. So that means that they should block me. So that's pretty frustrating that he revealed that. He should not have. So if he plow sows, I'm going to go on plow, jump to grain again. That's fine. And then I can start grabbing animals with my second round. Really annoyed because I bet, yeah, because I was thinking about sowing and then hoping that starting player comes back around, and it's not going to now. I mean, I could sow and then major minor and then grow, but it's not as strong, of course, as getting starting player for the very last round. Yeah, so he plow sowed, so that's not surprising. Well, I will sow, and hopefully starting player comes back around to me, but I doubt it will. If it doesn't, then I guess I will major minor. Well, that's annoying. He should not have revealed that. Wow. So it's not going to matter. And I'm going to get starting player with my third action, which is somewhat unheard of going into the final round. Fortunately, my opponents have had a hard enough game that they can't do everything that they would like to do. So, yeah, that just happened. So I'm pretty happy about that because that means I get Church Warden. Um, playing occupation should be a 3-point action. I'm going to need to think about feeding though. I'm uh, I'm going to have to feed 10 and I'm not in a great spot for feeding right now. I could sow bake. It's five food in one action. So what will I do with my first move? I will plow sow, I think. Because that's going to be probably a 3-point action. Taking 2 cattle would be 3 points. But plow sow is more food for me because I don't have a way to eat animals right now. So it probably will go on traveling players too, if it's available. So I have 1 food coming in, and worst comes to worst, I can eat 3 grain. So that would be eating. I'd have be at 7, so it would be eating a point for 3 food. So that's about going to be about equal to whatever else I do. Sleeping corner a point? Oh, it is nice. Um, do I fight for Reeve? Taking cattle, taking boar, taking 3 sheep, all of those will be 3-point actions that don't cost me a food. So, hard to decide. So I would expect HeartOfDankness plays, takes 2 cattle. He needs defense pretty badly. So I'm about even with TetStyle right now. So he's at... does he have Humble Farm Boy? He doesn't even have Humble Farm Boy, I don't think. But I have Church Warden, which is good. What's he doing? Maybe Bakehouse? He's gonna renovate, play Bakehouse, I would guess. So what am I gonna do? If 2 cattle or 2 boar are available, I go on that. Otherwise, probably traveling players because I need food pretty badly. So 2 cattle's gone, so is 2 boar gonna be available? maybe I should play it safe and just take the... I know the 2 boar are going to get taken. I have 3 more actions. I would need 6 food. I should be okay. I don't think this is too greedy. I need my bonus points to keep me above TetStyle. He does not have Humble Farm Boy at the moment. So he has 9. Heart of Dankness is at 8. And they're at 9. So Heart of Dankness playing 1 minor gives these 2 guys 3 points. Which would be bad for me. But that's okay. Taking Boar also denied 3 points to TetStyle, who I think is my closest opponent in terms of score. But I think the bonus should be enough to keep me above him. Just as long as Heart of Dankness doesn't play another card. Because if he plays Bakehouse, he's going to return the baker's oven, so that's fine. He doesn't have any clay, so he can't play the stone oven. So yeah, hopefully this works out. So I think take a vegetable and take a sheep are my last 2-point actions. Taking food might be a point. I don't think it's 2 points. Oh, I will have the last action too, so I'll know if Reedstone food has been taken or not. Yeah, and there's the bakehouse. Knew it. Well, that's good because he returns an oven. So he's still at 8 cards. Good. So he's going to get Humble Farm Boy. But I am going to get Reeve and other thing. So I think the bonuses are actually going to decide this game. At least I hope they do. That's his last action. So yeah, so we know what his final is. And his final is... Oh, he actually has 44 because of his cash crop. Okay. So that's not bad. So he ends with 44. I'm at 45 at the moment. Oh, he actually has Humble Farm Boy. Oh, shit. Oh, maybe he wins. Damn. Oh, man. HeartOfDankness might win. Oh, crap. I forgot he has Humble Farm Boy. He has points. Yeah, he's at 47. Damn, I might lose. That sucks. Thought I was in pole position. So I'm going to get Reedstone food. So I only need to eat 2 grain. So that means I can take a sheep for 2 points, I think. So that breeds, and then I get Church Warden and I get Reeve. So this is going to be really tight. So I'm at 47. Oh, so maybe I tie. Yeah, so we have a tie game. So good game by HeartOfDankness. So this was a much tighter game than I was expecting. I knew that HeartOfDankness was having a good game. I didn't think he was having such a good game. I mean, the grain, whenever he built 2 rooms and did a bunch of interesting stuff and still got second family growth. So whenever that happens, um, that's good for him. Um, because I basically protected his family growth slot. Um, yeah. My feeding was a little inefficient, having to go on traveling players, and whenever you have to eat points at the end of the game, you're never too happy about that. Um, and was the eternal question, was Sleeping Corner worth it? It was definitely worth it considering I got to third action starting player, so that was strong. But Yeah, I didn't have as strong of a finish as I thought I would. I mean, I did end up with 47 points. Um, so Heart of Dankness is asking me, where do I get my bonus points from? So, yeah, so I got lucky. To be honest, I got lucky that I got the Reeve bonus. Normally, when someone plays Reeve, it goes all the way up to 7. So I wonder where Guildmaster and Writing Desk ended up. Because with Reeve in the game, I definitely expected book Writing Desk to come out for the 7 occupations, and then Guildmaster is really nice with the engineer. So, all in all, this is a pretty good game. It's too bad that I didn't get pottery. That would have helped my feeding a lot. Um, so that could have gone better. And I should have not been in such a rush to get my cooking sleeping corner out. I should have been able to do, other stuff instead. And my fencing was a little late. But otherwise, this was a pretty good game. I passed 6 wood a bunch of times to, but most of the time when I was passing 6 wood, it was because I was taking starting player, and if I didn't starting player, then Heart of Dankness would have starting player. So yeah. I think I need to figure out how to use unicycle better. I did use it twice, 3 times. I only used this road once, and I used this road twice. Um, so yeah, Farm Steward was really good. Probably the best card in the game, so that definitely helped me a huge amount. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say. If you want to take a look at my final scorecard again, I had 41 plus 3 bonus from my Reeve and 3 bonus from my Church Warden. I hope this was an interesting video. Thanks for sticking around if you did. You can also check out more details for this game on Play-agricola.com. If you search for my username, you'll be able to see, I played against, Heart of Dankness, TetStyle, and LoloTheBunny in this game, and blah, blah, blah. Um, but yeah, thanks a lot for checking this out. If you have any questions, comment or any comments on this game, feel free to comment on this video or send me an email, agricolatourny@gmail.com. Um, yeah. Um, so this was a good game. Thanks for watching. It ended up being much tighter than I was expecting. They had good finals. So yeah, that's enough rambling for me. Bye everyone.